Hello everyone, welcome to our bootcamp on SAP Ariba. If you are somebody who is very new to Ariba, or if you are working with Ariba for a couple of years and you want to advance your knowledge, then this bootcamp will be definitely useful for you. So, in this session, I will specifically take you through the complete syllabus in our bootcamp that I'm going to teach. So, the first session, I'm going to give an introduction about Ariba and its history, how Ariba has evolved through years, and in terms of market comparison as well, why Ariba is very much in demand in market when you compare Ariba to other modules, and how Ariba has evolved in years till now. Initially, I will also take you through the architecture, which is very basic architecture. I will give you a couple of examples and how the product has evolved and all. And of course, we will discuss on the initial dashboard configuration, what is the basic navigation steps you can do and things like that. This is completely basic. If you're somebody very new to Ariba, then the session will be useful. And once we have set our dashboard configuration, we understood how Ariba has evolved through years, then we will start with sessions on the actual modules. So in Ariba, there are two terms people keep talking about. One is upstream and one is downstream. Upstream is mainly the modules which comes under upstream. They are mainly involved with category managers, supplier managers, and procurement managers in the organization. So in our boot camp, we don't only stress on the technical aspects, but of course, I will take you through what is, in general, the business aspects, how in reality the people will use all these applications in their organization, what happens in the back end, everything I will going to discuss. Okay, so in supplier lifecycle and performance, like I mentioned, we have two things. One is upstream and downstream. Upstream is mainly related to bringing the supplier, doing the business with the supplier, and engaging the supplier and assigning a contract with them and things like that. And there is something called downstream, and all the modules and processes come in downstream. We'll discuss only about, you know, order to pay process. Order to pay process is nothing but how a purchase requisition is made, what is a purchase requisition, what is a purchase order, and how the clerk will record the goods receipt and all that process, and how the payment is made as well. So all the steps and all the intermediary configuration and all I will talk. So this module 1, supplier lifecycle and performance, this comes under upstream. This is very important module. In fact, the first module you need to learn in upstream modules. In supplier lifecycle management, organizations will use this module uh, to bring a supplier into the system. Like, for example, category managers have found that the supplier is doing well and they want to start doing business with them, and they want to know more and more about the supplier. So, this entire process you will deal in a module called Supplier Lifecycle and Performance. I will take you through all the steps which are involved in this process. How do we do with the configuration? How to do the maintenance? If you're working for a support projects, what you need to do, and all of that. And to give like a crisp overview, it starts with request process where you will record the supplier details, and then the registration will be done. If you want, you will qualify the supplier, and there are preferred supplier process as well, etc., etc. In the classes, we will discuss in detail about the complete steps, and we will also discuss the basics in this boot camp because it's not an integration boot camp. In this module, we will discuss about the basic scenarios which are involved with respect to supplier lifecycle and performance. The second module, we will start with a concept called sourcing. So now you understood that the supplier is there in the system. Now you, let's say for example, you want to source maybe an engine or maybe some product in your organization, and you want to find the best supplier who gives you with lower cost or higher discounts. For that, you conduct events, you bring the suppliers, you talk to the suppliers in an event, and you, once you find this supplier delivers you the best product at lower cost and higher quality, then you award the sourcing event. In that, there are different types. There are RFP, RFI, and RFQ, and there are auctions, and how these are done, how these are created in the systems, we'll discuss in the class. This is second module, which is very important module in the upstream. And the third module, which we are going to discuss, is Ariba contracts. In Ariba contracts, we are going to discuss about the overview of contracts and what is contract authoring, what is contract workspace, how contracts are created, what are different steps involved in the flow, and how Ariba contracts is related to the downstream module. All the steps we are going to discuss. Also, as I said earlier, if there is any integration involved with the procurement module as well, the basic steps I'm going to discuss. And in the module 4 is where the downstream starts. In downstream, I'm going to discuss about basic buying and invoicing process. It starts with purchase requisition, ordering, goods receipt, and payment. I will discuss about all these topics. Apart from that, there are other concepts, related concepts as well, like contract compliance. What is a spot buy? You might be hearing a lot about spot buy if you worked with Ariba for a while. And what is a spot buy? What are different approval process involved? How reconciliation is made? Everything, all the related buying and invoicing topics I will discuss. If you are somebody who is involved most on procurement process, or if you are somebody who is dealing with buying and invoicing module, it is very important for you to know what are catalogs. So in the module 4, I will discuss a lot about catalogs, how catalogs are constructed, how do you interact with suppliers, what is the content and everything. In the administration as well, is a module 5. So it's very important for you to know that Ariba buying and invoicing is one of the complex module that you will encounter in Ariba space. It is very important for you to know different configurations involved. So I will discuss about all the different configurations that will be involved in administration. So this will be a bit lengthy class. That is the reason that you will have this class at the end. But do not forget that in our classes, we will have quizzes. So in our boot camps, if you want to pass the boot camp, then you have to pass the quiz and exams that will be conducted for every module as well. And at the end, we'll be having one end-to-end project. So I will be giving you scenarios which you need to construct and execute in the system. And if the students are if the students are mostly interested to know about the integration as well in the classes, we can discuss about these concepts. So this is the basic, um, the syllabus or the concept we'll be discussing in our boot camps. If you are really interested to learn Ariba, to know more and more about SAP, please contact us. You will have you will get you will get the details of the boot camps or how you need to contact us through the email which is mentioned in the description. Thank you.